after Game 3 of the finals. An unbelievable performance.
We got a series
for LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Cavaliers win big, win by 30, and control the game in the second half. Everything that Tyronn Lue talked about wanting his team to do after Game 1 and Game 2, and it looked, kind of crazy because of the way they got beat. But they did those things tonight. Cranked up their defense. LeBron, at the 4, Richard Jefferson at the 3, with no Kevin Love out with the concussion protocol. Was it as simple as that, changing the entire dynamic for the Cavaliers?
It definitely helped. It definitely helped. LeBron at the 4 allowed him to switch on to Stephen Curry when the Warriors were running their Curry-Green pick and rolls. But I think the defensive effort and energy was just much better tonight than it was 3 days. You have to wonder, where was this 3 days ago in some ways. But I think that the starting lineup definitely triggered some improvement defensively, especially.
Shout out to Richard Jefferson. He's like my age, and he started
13 years before.
He's making a Finals MVP run.
It was unbelievable. He finished with 9 points, 8 boards. Yeah. That front line, Jefferson, James, Thompson, they just killed the Warriors on the boards. And they finished, I think, 20 more rebounds than the Warriors had, and it seemed like they just controlled it on the inside. Thompson, we were talking about Thompson, was just so physical.
And Thompson is lucky that this is not, this was a wrestling match. He would have been disqualified about 7 times.
He'd be the heavyweight champ by now.
But it's just another case of energy and effort. It's like, why didn't you have this urgency 3 nights ago? And that was a huge difference.
We talked about guys who needed to step up earlier in the day. Who would it might be? You mentioned JR. I know I talked about Kyrie. I thought Kyrie was fantastic earlier, attacking.
I also mentioned Steph Curry, and he did not.
No, he did not. Tonight. He did not. He had his struggles, but I thought they were super physical with Steph early on, like knocking him down, catching him on screens, make sure they were putting the body on him at all times.
I thought Steph Curry, he always looks like a kid who's dominating a bunch of adults, and today he looked like a kid playing against a bunch of adults. He did not look like the way we've seen him play so well during the regular season.
Yeah, he rushed a lot of
stuff. He rushed a lot of his shots, yeah.
And give credit to the Cavs defense, but I thought he was also just forcing some stuff. None of his shots came in rhythm, maybe until late in the game. But then even after that, he was rushing more shots, turnarounds that were contested. He was forcing a lot, trying to get going.
That continued carelessness with the basketball, too, bit him again. I mean, trying to throw the ball up the floor. Too much of trying to throw the ball up the floor and rushing. To me, what felt like when you didn't need to. I mean, they got back into the game by halftime. It was not a blowout at halftime. They were, within perfect striking distance, but could not settle down. It seemed like enough. And then once LeBron got cranked up and started taking advantage of the mouse in the house every time, game changed.
We talked about on the podcast how they have such a fine line between being the greatest show on earth and being just a mess.
A disaster.
Yeah. And it's so close to being one of those two. And tonight they fell further on the side of a disaster, it seemed like.
The chaos caught up with them, obviously. It'll be interesting to see, can the Cavaliers duplicate this energy and effort Friday night? Well, the crowd's going to be here, and they're going to be going crazy because, you tie the series up, it's totally different.
It was so loud here, I spilled my sandwich on my shirt.
Don't use lame excuses for why you
Shout out Michael Simon.
Yeah, why you're wearing that chicken burger on your shirt.
I want a free dry cleaning, Michael Simon.
Be interesting to see, again, how this roller coaster, because it looks like it could end up being one of those series, where they go back and forth.
Cavs are 8-0 at home in these playoffs, so this building has been good to them.
Yeah. Again, we'll see how it pans out on Friday night.